Alright, hello everybody. You probably saw my last video. It was like an election prediction. But this is like alt history, I guess you could say. And this one is going to be based purely on my guesses. Because we have no polls for these two tickets. Kamala Harris and Dean Phillips. And DeSantis and, Young. Hold up. DeSantis. Yeah, he's governor of Florida and Kamala Harris is the vice president. Now, Dean Phillips, you might not know, he actually ran for president. Um, I know, like, it was like the Democratic Party really kind of like hid the candidates. Like, you really wouldn't ever even known they were running because they just weren't talked about at all. But yeah, then we have DeSantis and Young Kim. Now, I think I did my best to equal out the tickets. Like, this is a good ticket because DeSantis, people see him as kind of extreme, but Young Kim, she's more moderate than DeSantis is by far, or at least her record appears to be more moderate than DeSantis. And yeah, alright. So we're just gonna start off with the solid states like we did last time. And I want to say that's it, but it's not it. Alright. There's no way DeSantis is winning New Mexico. Alright. Illinois. And apart from that, well, and these down here, there really aren't any more solid states. Now, filling in the solid states for this ticket, having a moderate there will balance the ticket a lot more than having whoever DeSantis would choose in real life, honestly. Alright, I think we can call all those states, all these states solid. I think we can call Iowa solid because of DeSantis' record or his friendship with Kim Reynolds, the governor of Iowa. So, yeah, that's why I think this ticket works out. And moving on, we're going with my predictions of the states that will be won. And we didn't finish filling this out because we fill all that out. This is not looking good for Kamala Harris right now. I will just say that right now. But they end up coming back and storming these states. Nebraska, 2nd District. Pretty sure that's one that goes Republican. Alright. Now we got these states, which I really have no idea what to do with. We also have this little circle over here, which I really have no idea what to do with either. Now, I'm kind of biased here. Wanted to give all the rest of these to DeSantis. But if we're being just honest, DeSantis will win all those. I think Harris can win these two. At least this Harris Phillips ticket. And this DeSantis Kim ticket. But the balance can probably tilt them over the edge to the victory. And this would be the map. Alright. And if we wanted to be like 100% favorable to DeSantis, which I'm gonna do this in this time, I'm gonna fill out this whole map as if I was just 100% like this is the dream for DeSantis to have in this electoral college, while still being somewhat realistic, which means I won't just like fill out every single state as just DeSantis. There'll still be some Harris states in this all history ranking. Alright. Alright. I don't know if that was that loud for you guys too. That notification was like super loud. Alright, so like I said, we're gonna be doing the DeSantis favorable map, and Young Kim, his selection, well, what I said was his selection, plays a huge part in this victory. So just fill in all the states that are solid anyway, even without this favorable run, because those are enough. Those are like almost perfectly. It's almost like everything that he needs to win already. Hold up. Get those two back for now, and then go back to filling out these states. Now, this is like being entirely favorable with the margins, but all these solid states are just already enough. But like I said, you're going to make Young Kim will play a role in this, because all these states, they're solidly Republican, and DeSantis, I don't think he'd have a problem with those states, but it's these states that I'm currently filling in for Harris and Phillips right now that he has a problem with, because these states aren't solidly Republican. Alright, hold on, just get in the 2nd district of Maine. But yeah, these states aren't solidly Republican, and that could lead to a Harris and Phillips victory, which is where his running mate comes in too. Like I've been saying, like I said, like 3 times now. But if he chooses a moderate, he could. Well, this is going off the Trump momentum in this election. If this is, I'm playing this as if it's the 2028 election, and if it is, Harris most likely won't be the nominee. But we can do another. I can do another video with maps like that another time. But that's neither here or there right now. Young Kim, his running mate, is senator from California. Do I think he's gonna win California because of that? It depends. Because right now, Gavin Newsom is in control of California, and they have 50% of the homeless population in California. Like, just out of the entire United States. You see this one state right here? Yeah, it has 50% of homeless population out of the rest of the states. The other 49 states only hold like 49 to 50% of the homeless population, which is actually insane. Not only that, but you also have like crime running rampant in California, like violent crime too. You have a bunch of drug addicts. You have very socially progressive, like, not to the point that it's like burdening. Like, stores have to have a gender neutral section for their items, like gender neutral dolls and stuff. Parents don't have to tell kids, or kids don't have to tell parents that they're changing, that they don't feel like the gender they were born as. Also, I don't know how to say this without being demonetized or whatever YouTube will do, but I'm just gonna come out and say it. Men competing in women's sports. I don't think those issues are really that important to California electorate, mainly because they elected this guy. I don't know if he won a second term, but I don't know if he's in his second term. I think he is. They elected him to 2 terms, so I don't know how important all that stuff is to them. But if it continues at this rate, California could flip Republican, especially against DeSantis. Because with a lot of you might not know, there was a DeSantis versus Gavin Newsom debate. It happened, I think, last December or either early this year. It was either last year, like towards the end of last year, or early this year. But Newsom, he just came across as kind of slimy, like a slimy politician. You know, like he also just kind of like tried to like grandstand DeSantis, like it's Madam Vice President to you. That line was just insane to me. Like it's not Kamala, it's Kamala, or whatever he said. It was either the opposite of that or something like that. But like those two are actually insane to me. That's what you choose to focus on. And the fact that you have like thousands of people leaving your state to travel halfway across the United States to Florida, not just to Florida too, but other places around the United States, it's just insane. Like so many people are moving. We had to get rid of U-Hauls. They have like the most taxes. They're pretty low ranked in education too. Like they're not last, but they're like, I think they're maybe in the 40s or something. I mean, they might be in the 20s to 40s range. I know Florida's in like 4th, which is another reason why these states might see DeSantis, or not these states, but the people in California might see DeSantis as their candidate to, for this next election. And New Jersey, yeah, like I said, this is right off of Trump's current high there. Like New Jersey has been solidly blue for a while now, but Trump pulled it within 7 points. If Trump's second term goes well, we could see a highly contested primary. DeSantis might come out on top. You never know who will be the nominee in 2028. So just because you don't even know who's running now. But if Trump's high works, there are a few states that's polling is low that DeSantis could flip. And if DeSantis is able to flip all the states that Trump is currently polling decently in, that have been solid blue for a while now, then we could be watching like an absolute slaughter on like just the electoral college. We could see an absolute slaughter. Like it's not gonna be as bad as like Reagan and Nixon's victories. I don't think so. I don't think Trump's second term could be that big, no matter what he did. And yeah, honestly, New York and California are the biggest stretches for this electoral map. They're like stretching it to the utmost, but it's the same issues in both places really. New York, you have migrants taking over the hotels. It's overcrowded. Gas is too expensive in New York and California. And yeah, New York is just not clean. Have you guys seen that video of Eric Adams acting like he invented trash cans? Like he just rolls one down with Empire State Mind playing in the background. This is a trash can. He has these shades on. You see, people in New York, this is a trash can. Put your trash in it. Like, it's It's just actually insane to me. But yeah, all right. These are like this is like the biggest stretch I'm making. But if, honestly, if California flips, I don't see any reason why Oregon couldn't. I mean, I can see why Washington can't. They have like Seattle, like the capital of progressivism. Um, yeah, Maine at wide. I'm pretty sure it's either Maine or no. It's all right. Yeah, it's Nevada. That's mainly Nevada is mainly Republican. I just remembered that. So that last video might be a little bit off, but Trump will still win because Kamala Harris is actually losing votes with this. Maine is also widely Republican. I don't think Desantis had the same drive as Trump does. I don't think young Kim does either, to be able to drive people out to get this result. Because that's definitely something Reagan had. Say whatever you want about him, but like this thing with Trump, say whatever you want about their policies, but they're entertaining and they know how to get people out there. So yeah, Maryland. Oh shoot, I'm kind of blanking on these states right now, cause this is right after I filmed that other video about like the just real election. So I'm still kind of blanking, but we could honestly be in like very, very biased. Not biased, but not biased necessarily, but being very generous. We probably chase the Harris Phillips team 251, and it's not just that, but like it's not just like the people looking at California and New York that might get them to vote, but if you look at what's happened in Florida, Governor DeSantis' leadership, the state's doing pretty well, you know. The only thing that's really stopping him from getting this result is the social issues that people are really fighting over. But yeah, if it wasn't for the social issues, I think DeSantis could honestly pull off this result, because Florida, if you look at all his like economic policies and stuff, they seem to be doing pretty well, economically at least. You know, home, like buying a home, it's very expensive. But I mean, what can you really expect when you're in Florida? You're near the water, because that's what this. Well, yeah, that's what this really is, like water. You're near like beaches and stuff. Florida's just a nice place overall, so home ownership is going to be rather expensive here. If we want to give DeSantis I don't know if we want to give him that Reagan energy. Honestly, I could see him pulling off this map, because Trump's already started the work for him in getting these states down. But I don't know if I'm giving him that Reagan. Honestly, if I'm giving him the Reagan, like, if I'm saying this ticket has the same charisma as Reagan, then I'd be out of my mind, which I'm not. Like, DeSantis, he was definitely my choice in the primaries, but I can admit, as the so-called fan, DeSantis is not charismatic. You know, I listen to what the policies say really more than how how charismatic they are. But yeah, DeSantis is not charismatic at all. So when we're factoring that in, we're gonna go with the proper map. That map was giving DeSantis the maximum charisma that he can muster. But yeah, if we're doing just policy, based on like policy and other stuff like that, I think DeSantis could squeeze by with this map, and this would still be a pretty big victory in the electoral college. I mean, under 100 votes is kind of crazy. And if we're being like full on, I think some of the blue states are just too, they're too blue. Like, it's not even that they're like Democrat, they're just too like party loyal, I guess. Like, they haven't voted. New York and California have been solid blue since I think Reagan. It was either Reagan or Bush. I think last time they voted red. So yeah, this is being favorable to DeSantis. Marketing or counting his unfavorable charisma, I think this is the best map we can give him. Well, except for maybe Vermont, New Hampshire. Yeah. I don't think DeSantis has the charisma to win over that many voters. But if people decide to look at the policies for this election, I think this might be the election. I don't think we're gonna really have anything to complain about with Harris and Phillips, but just the DeSantis Florida model, it probably plays better because you can see the results. I don't really know how Harris is. I don't really know what she's got done as vice president. Her main job is to help assist Joe Biden as the president. So I don't know if she can really take credit for anything. Neither can Joe Biden really, because it's like Congress that really passes the laws. But yeah. Also, she was supposed to be like the border, the person that stopped all these people from coming over the border. And yet we've got 10 million in the Biden administration over the border, which is kind of crazy. And now, for being favorable to Harris, I don't think she's winning Alaska. Oh. Being favorable to Harris. Okay. Just gotta fill in all the states that I believe are gonna be solid being favorable to her. Yeah. Alright. Just fill in some of these. Oh shoot. Fill in the little areas. Alright. Oh shoot. I keep accidentally flipping these states. I'm trying to fill them in. I keep accidentally flipping them. This Florida is definitely red, because that's DeSantis' home state. It might be easier to just fill in all the states that I know Harris can't win. Really. Well, not that she can't win them. She's just incredibly unlikely to win them before even touching any more states that she could win. Alright. these states are just solidly not voting for any ticket for the Democrats or the Democratic Party. Now, even if you fill in all the rest of these states, she's barely hitting 270, and it's still a close race. Hmm. I guess I could see DeSantis chipping away at more states than I could see Kamala Harris chipping away at. Let's see, she might be able to take some of these states from the top up here, and that's looking better for her. But still, I just can't see her getting the same margin of victory as DeSantis could get. Nah, Maine is just pretty Republican. Being as favorable as possible, I could see this map just being as favorable as possible, but just like with DeSantis, that map would be a stretch. So let's stretch this a little bit. Yeah, this is Kamala's map as a stretch. Kamala and Phillips. Yeah, this is just not looking good for her. Even stretching, I can't even get her that far ahead of DeSantis. Yeah, and just like she has key states that she needs to win to even get 270. Honestly, this might be the most realistic map possible with this matchup. 270 to 268. This would definitely be, it'd be different. Because right now we have Trump, this charismatic politician, and then we go to the two most uncharismatic politicians, both running for president. Now, I don't know how charismatic young Kim is. Dean Phillips isn't that charismatic. So depending on her, really, the map could be a lot different than this. But right now, this is probably the most realistic map we can think of for this theoretical matchup. Now DeSantis, if he has a charismatic running mate, honestly, I could see this being a realistic map too. And if DeSantis himself can fix his weird smile and charisma issues, I could also see this being a map. But yeah, top of the ticket matters a lot more than the vice president in terms of charisma. So yeah, I think this is the most I can give DeSantis if he can fix his charisma, even just a little bit. But yeah, that's it for this video. See you in the next one. Peace. That will probably be the next part of the Fortnite skin ranking. So yeah, see you in the next. Peace.